Hey y'all, it's Rosie from iHeartRecipes.com. In this video, we're making my easy coconut cake, and at any time that you want the exact measurements, all you have to do is head over to my blog, iHeartRecipes.com, and you can print out the recipe for free there. So to get started off, I have my butter flavor shortening. I'm going to place it in my mixing bowl here along with some unsalted butter that happens to be at room temperature. We're also going to start adding in some granulated sugar, and remember, we're making a cake, so this recipe will use lots of sugar. So once the sugar, the unsalted butter, and the butter flavor shortening is in my mixing bowl, I'm going to mix it until it's nice and creamy. So sometimes when I'm mixing, it does get a little, some of the ingredients get stuck to the sides of the bowl. So what I will do is I will turn off the mixer and I will be sure to scrape the bowl, okay? So right now I'm going to start adding in my egg whites. You heard me right, egg whites. We will not be using any yolks for this recipe, so be sure to separate the yolks from the whites. So now that we have those ingredients in there, we're just going to make sure everything is nice and creamy, just like so, and then we can start adding in the other ingredients. So for this cake here, you will need 2 extracts. We're going to use some vanilla extract along with some coconut extract, okay? So now, let's add in the vanilla. I'm using clear vanilla. If you want to use the other dark colored vanilla, that will be fine. If you want to use imitation vanilla, that's fine too. So remember, vanilla and the coconut. I just added in the coconut extract just now. And now we're just going to start adding in our flour. For this cake recipe, I will be using cake flour instead of all-purpose flour. So we're going to start adding that cake flour in the bowl just a little bit at a time. And while we're adding the flour, we're actually going to alternate with adding some half and half. Now, half and half, for those of you that aren't familiar, is a combination. It is half milk and half cream. If you want to use heavy cream instead of half and half, that will be fine. And if you want to use whole milk instead, that will work as well. I'm just really stuck on half and half, okay? So that's what I like to use, but I have used the other ingredients and it worked just fine. So now I'm going to preheat my oven on 325, and I'm going to grab my cake pan here. I'm using a tube cake pan, and I am going to add in my cake batter. Now, although I am using a tube pan, you can use 2 9-inch pans, and you can also make this as a sheet cake, just FYI. So we're going to smooth this out until it's nice and even. Then we're going to bake the cake until it is completely done. And once it is, we will remove it from the oven. Now don't forget, the exact measurements and directions are on my blog, iHeartRecipes.com, okay? So we're going to let the cake cool in the pan for about 10 minutes, and then you can transfer it to a cooling rack. While it's cooling, you might want to get a start on your icing. And for the icing, you'll need some confectioner's sugar. You'll also need some half and half or whole milk or even heavy cream. And we're also going to need some coconut extract. So once those ingredients are in there, you're going to mix it until it's nice and well incorporated and nice and creamy, just like so. Once it is, you're going to place your cake on a cake stand, and you're just going to ice the cake like I'm doing. If you want to use a spoon to spoon out the icing, that will work too, but I just decided to do it like this. And that can be it. That can be your final step if you like. But if you're a coconut fiend like I am, grab some coconut, like some sweetened shredded coconut. Yeah, that's what it's called. And we're going to start sprinkling it on top of the cake, just like so. I'm just sprinkling it fresh out of the bag, but if you want to toast the coconut, that will work as well. And that is it. Super easy. This cake always comes out super moist. Everyone loves it around the holidays, and y'all definitely have to give it a try. I want to thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to head over to my blog, iHeartRecipes.com. I do post there more than on YouTube and Facebook, so make sure you are subscribed to my blog. The subscription is completely free. So again, head over to iHeartRecipes.com to get more of my recipes. Thanks for watching.